Hello to you, all my viewers. Welcome to the making of the Golden Rings project, the one that you see in this demo. If you are curious about how the geometry nodes was prepared and set up, check out the link in the top right corner or the one in the description. This video will look at the materials and the lighting of this project. So, in the hope you'll find this information that you'll see here useful, and I'm sure you'll find a few tricks. We will focus on how you can create the cutouts in the geometry, the one that you see here. Because if we look at this solid geometry, it's looking like this, but in the render, it's gonna look like that. And it's all in the materials. This is what we are going to focus on. Before that, as usual, I want to thank all of you that are supporting this channel. I want to thank the people that are deciding to buy the project files. Apart from having something cool to play with and look at it, it also helps me to keep doing this. But more importantly, especially today, I want to thank all of you that are doing all these nice comments on the videos that I make. I really enjoy hearing your positive feedback and your suggestions, and it also helped me be sure that you find it useful. And this is what I want to do: things that you find useful and that helps you grow as an artist, and it helps you put some new tricks in your bag of tools that you use for your projects. So thank you for sharing your feedback with me. And of course, thank you for all of you that are subscribing, commenting on the videos, like I said, liking the videos. That also helps YouTube algorithm pick up this as an interesting video and show it to more people. But enough chatting. I want to talk about this project. This, what you see on the screen, is the world shader. Many times I end up using HDRI from Polyheaven. Again, you have the link in the description if you want to use it. Normal generated coordinates. This node helps you to move the HDRI around. The light path node with that has so many inputs. It's used to separate the lights and reflection from what the camera sees, because I wanted to have a nice white background, as you can see here. In case you want to change the camera and it will capture something, you get this background. What you see in the camera is this ground material, to which I'm going to switch now. And it's basically a default principal BSDF with a white color, that it's picking all this nice color from the HDRI. Looking at the HDRI, let's cut this connection, and I'm gonna put this one to 0. This is how the HDRI is looking like. And as you can see, it's giving this very nice gradient on our plane here. For the rings now, and the cool cutout part, what I did, I used the custom UV map created in the geometry nodes. Watch the geometry nodes video to see how you can do that. And I passed it through a Voronoi and noise texture to get 2 levels of details. So let's see what those are doing. They are plugged into this principal BSDF that has this color, and we have this displacement. And if we look, we come out of the camera view that has a blur, and we look close to this. This is what the surface scratches, basically the noise texture, is doing. Is giving this result. Pass through color ramp is going to give us this result. And in order to decrease the effect of the displacement, I lowered quite a bit the displacement white value. Also decrease the scale here, and we ended up with the result like this. If we put the scale to 1, we're gonna get something much more pronounced, especially if we, for example, increase this value as well. So how I did the cutouts on this material. Well, if you go to the material, you kind of first have to activate transparency. Alpha blend and alpha hashed are the best use cases. Alpha hashed is better when you have objects behind. Alpha blend tends to get confused with that. And the way I used that was taking this Voronoi texture with these settings and then pass it through a color ramp. You get this result, as you can see, basically some cutouts, white and black. And this was passed through the alpha channel. And by doing so, when we connect this here, everything that is black will get 0 alpha, meaning it's a cutout, and everything else remains on position. And this is how this material was created. Other fun stuff about this project, the default camera with depth of field and a modified f-stop. This is what controls the blurriness of everything, playing with this value and the focus distance, as you can see here. And then we have the render settings. And for the render settings, I used ambient occlusion, bloom, and screen space reflections with no changing. Going to the lights, we have 3 lights in the scene. These 3 lights that you see here. They are controlled by having a constraint on them that is controlled by this empty, and the result is that moving the empty around, you can control the way the lights are pointing. Interesting settings for these lamps. They all have contact shadow enabled, and they have this power setting, as you can see here, and the color is white. So that's all there is to this light setup. And this light setup is helping these rings catch some of the light and give this result, because this is a metallic material, as you can see here, the rings material. Okay, so that will be all for this project. This very cool trick with transparency can help you. As you can see, we get a very nice result that it's looking very realistic. So thank you for watching this video, and hope you do cool stuff with this information. And have a nice day and happy blending.